Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your yarn host, Jennifer. This video is going to be a very short, quick, year in review type video. I just wanted to talk about this past year since we're now in the very last day of the year. I wanted to come on and talk about some things. I want to review the year. You know, it's been a good year. It's been a crazy year. It's been a hard year. I think this year has been just filled with pretty much every emotion you could possibly imagine. We've had some hardships this year. We've had some difficulties. You guys know that I experienced some severe crojo issues this year, and I also dealt with some stress because I was just putting so much pressure on myself. And even though it was hard to deal with at the time, and I actually wanted to walk away from this channel entirely because I was doing it to myself. I was putting so much stress and pressure on myself. And even though that was very hard and it was a very emotional thing for me to deal with and process, I learned so much about myself through that whole process. I'm very grateful that I had to experience that. This year has not been all bad. It has not been all good. It has been life. Like most years, you know, you gotta roll the punches. We're constantly on a roller coaster, and there's ups and downs and twists and turns that we never expected to happen, and we've always survived it. And that is a great accomplishment for us to just say, hey, I made it. I got through that. And it's not just the trivial things like dealing with crojo. Like, we've dealt with some serious issues this year. And I know the same is for you guys. I have gotten countless messages, emails, letters of people who have dealt with loss. People who have dealt with loss in lots of ways. Like, they've lost family members. They have lost their home due to natural disasters, to fires, to... Like, there's just been so much. And on top of all that, we're still dealing with all the crap that has to do with the virus, you know? And so it hadn't been hard. I mean, it hasn't been easy, but at the same time, like, we are making it. We're doing it. And so that's why I kind of wanted to talk about this year. I want to talk about, like, the good, the bad, the ugly. To start with, I made a list of things I wanted to remember for this year. Things I want to be remembered for this year. So I was looking through my videos and I was like, okay, what are my top videos that did really well this year? My number one viewed video for the entire 365 days of this year is one I did with my sister. It is when we went to the Craftmall in Michigan, and the title of the video is like Craftmall something something. I will link everything I talk about below, so if you want to rewatch any of these videos, I will also try to pop up a little link here when I can. The Craftmall video with my sister was amazing. There is it's not really a Craftmall. It's a little shopping center by where my sister lives in Taylor, Michigan. And there is a Hobby Lobby, a Joann's, and an Christmas tree shops that is in there. And at the time, Christmas tree shops had just got a whole bunch of yarn. So there was 3 stores, and there was a Dollar Tree. There's a Dollar Tree there too. There was 4 stores that we could go boom, 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 boom. And all 4 of those stores in this little shopping mall had yarn. So it was like, it was awesome. Like, it was so cool. And it was also when, like, Dollar Tree was starting to come out with, like, new craft stuff in their craft department. So that video was a lot of fun because I think what drew people in is people were like, craft mall, I need to go to a craft mall, you know? But also, like, me and my sister are weird. We, like, do stupid stuff together and don't think about it. And also, like, Juju was in the video, and, like, you know, it was a whole family experience. And you guys really, really loved that video. Like, it drew so many people. That is my number one video of the entire year that has been viewed, which I think is fantastic. So I just wanted to thank my sister, baby Paprika, for doing that video with me. It was a lot of fun, and I hope that we can do it again in the future. It's probably not going to be next year because she's getting ready to have a baby like any day. Well, within a month, she's going to have our new baby niece. And things will, of course, be different for her. She has no idea what it's like going from 1 child to 2 children, so I'm interested to see how her life changes with that, because right now she complains about some of the stuff she complains about, you know, it's typical mom stuff that she complains about. It's like, oh my god, she won't be quiet, or oh my god, she's being a brat today, or, you know, the things moms complain about. I was like, wait till there's 2 of them. Just wait. It gets better. And then you start realizing, yeah, having one was so much easier. At least that's the experience I had. And my kids were 9 years apart, so like it was still difficult. Number 2 most viewed video this year was the Summer Breeze tank top, which I'm so proud of that design. That design was, I don't know, it was a lot of fun making it because it's a design I enjoy wearing. It's lightweight, it's cool, it's breezy. It's a Summer Breeze tank top. You can literally make it for any body size or shape. You can alter it, and so many people have altered it to make it their own. Some people have made it without the point in the front. Some people have just made it like a tank top. Some people have did decreases so it fits their body more form-fitting, whereas some people liked the long flowy look. It was made into a dress several times. It was just a really cool, fun pattern, and I really hope I can make another one next year that does that justice, you know, because that was so much fun to make, and so many people were making it and talking about it for months, and that was just really, really amazing to me. Because for me, being I'm a big woman, okay, I know this about myself. For me, being a fat girl, to be able to design an outfit that literally has been made from the smallest size to the largest size was so cool for me, because it was incredibly size inclusive. Or yeah, it included all people, you know, but it helped my fat girls to feel good about themselves. And I got so many messages throughout this year of my big girls saying, thanks for representing us, thanks for putting it out there that we deserve these clothes too. Thanks for making me feel good about my body. Thank you for not feeling so ashamed about myself, because fat people get criticized a lot. We really do. I have been in public and little kids are the worst. Oh, she's so fat. Oh, he's so fat. We've heard this, you know. And we are taught that it is shameful. And what do you do when you're ashamed of yourself? You hide in the house and eat more. Okay? That's not healthy for anybody. You don't deserve that. I don't deserve that. Nobody deserves that. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to love yourself. Your body is the only vessel you will ever have that is yours. Love it. Treat it good. Put pretty things on it and dress it up. Don't hide it behind baggy clothes. You are beautiful. It does not matter what size you are. So that is cool that was my number 2 video, because that was a very important message in that video. I mean, I want you guys all to feel beautiful. I want you to not... I mean, I got big flabby arms too. I don't hide them. I'm too hot to be hiding my big old arms. Like, they're there. Deal with it, you know? So anyway, I'm proud of the Summer tank top. The Summer Breeze tank top for so many reasons. But I'm really most proud of the message that came across from that video and that tutorial. That it is okay to love yourself. Alright, number 3. This video is funny that this is my number 3 most viewed videos. It is, and actually I think I have some on my desk, which is just, I happened to have this on my desk for another video. I showed this yarn when it was released at the Dollar Tree. This is the Just Yarn Flowers from Premier that is no longer available. It was a very limited item that Premier released into certain Dollar Trees across the country. And whoever was able to get it, like basically like me, I went in and bought the whole box. It was missing like several skeins because other people had purchased it. I bought the whole box because I wanted it, because this is cool yarn. And since then, I have been sent, several people have sent me more of this yarn, which I really appreciate, because you cannot find this yarn anymore. I have made a couple of different items I've made a stuffed bunny rabbit out of this yarn. I made a blanket out of this yarn. I just really enjoyed working with this yarn. It was fun, and I love the little flower puffs on it. And I actually contacted Premier on all of your behalfs after that video. That video did so well, just me showing you guys this yarn, that I had so many people for months afterwards like, can we get more of this yarn? Where can we get this yarn? So I contacted Premier, and this is how I know this was limited. They told me that it was a limited release yarn and it will not be coming back, and that it was just something that they had. That is my number 3 video, is the Just Yarn Flowers yarn. Of course, like I said, I will link these videos below. I thought that was funny though, that a Dollar Tree yarn video was my number 3 video. But my Dollar Tree videos always do really well. People like hearing about good bargains. They love the Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is a very popular store, you know. Alright, so let's see. We talked about that. Let's talk about the number 1 thing that I feel like I learned that was most valuable this year, aside from life lessons and learning to calm down and not stress myself out so much. My knitting is the number 1 lesson, or number 1 thing that I learned this year. And I didn't learn to knit this year. I learned to knit in 2020, where I finally got it. But in 2021, like, it started to click. Like, everything about knitting started to just click. And I started to design my own things, which was so amazing. I mean, I have come a really long way with knitting. And this was a simple pattern. This is not anything complicated whatsoever. But the stockings, the color work that I have been able to do, this hat back here, I've learned so many different things with knitting, and I'm continuing to learn every day. I'm just really enjoying the process of learning knitting, the way that I learned crochet. Crochet did not come easy to me growing up, because my mom was very critical. You know, she was very perfectionist. She would rip out my work. And so as an adult, when I learned it, I still had all those insecurities with me. I still had my mom telling me, like, you made a mistake, like, rip it out. You made a mistake, rip it out. And I had to overcome all of that. And with knitting, I can't just rip it out, because it's not as easy to take back stitches and put them back in with knitting. It's not. It is a process. And I know that there are tips and tricks, and I know that there's lifelines and there's all these things you can do, but like, it's difficult. And with knitting, like, there's so many things I want to learn to make. And even if I never make them again, I want to just learn how to do it. Same thing with crochet. Like, I love learning and doing and seeing what I like and seeing what I don't like. And so the number 1 thing I've done that I feel like was the most valuable thing I learned this year with the craft is some of the knitting things that I have pushed myself to learn, like the color work. I learned to make socks. I learned, and that was a big deal to me, like a really big deal. Yesterday, as a matter of fact, was the first day I wore knit socks out in public. And I didn't knit them. They were gifted to me from Mary, from Mary's Crochet Chit Chat. They were her socks. I've only wore them around the house, and yesterday for the first time, because I want to treasure them and I don't want them to get messed up. I wore them in my sneakers outside the house. I wore them all over town. They were so comfortable. And so that makes me want to make even more socks. Like, I just really enjoy them. It made me so happy to learn how to make socks. And then learning how to make socks, I learned how to make Christmas stockings. And like, there is so much of the world of knitting that is still yet for me to open up. I want to learn how to knit lace. I want to learn different stitches. I want to learn to, I mean, there's so much I want to learn with knitting. And so next year I think is going to be a lot more of me learning more stuff with knitting. But I'm still going to be doing crochet stuff, and I still will primarily be doing crochet tutorials on here, because that's what I know. That's what I'm good at. That's what that's our little niche over in this side of the world, is the crochet world. But I still, like, learning knitting was a really big deal to me, because you guys know it took me 2 years to even understand the basics of knitting. It took me 2 years to get it. And once I got it, like, it took me a while to be brave enough to venture into other things. So I'm really proud that I learned some of the things I did with knitting. My biggest accomplishment here on the channel this year was that we hit 20,000 subscribers, which is evident by this cool plaque Mr. Cinnamon made me list back there, which you can barely see. We hit 20,000 subscribers this year. That is a big deal, and not everyone can say that they hit 20,000. Like, some people have a hard time hitting 1,000 or hitting 10,000. I made 20,000. And I'm always asked, like, what's your secret? How did you get to 20,000 subscribers? I have no idea. I don't know why people like me. I don't know why people tune in. Because, like, it's just me. It's just me sitting here, you know? But the fact that I hit 20,000 subscribers this year is just amazing. And I'm so glad that all of you are here and that some of you have been with me since the very beginning. And some of you are very, very loyal and kind and loving and giving to me. And I never feel like I'm deserving of any of that. But I'm so, so grateful for everything that we have experienced on this channel together. I am so grateful that you guys have been here to share my experiences and my ups and my downs and my sideways. And this has been a blast for me. This channel has been a huge blessing to me, my family, for so many reasons. It has helped us financially. It has helped us in the fact that I am a much stronger person because of this, because I have more confidence in myself. I have more of a sense of I can do anything. And because of that, that makes me a better person. That makes me a better mom. That makes me a better wife, because I'm stronger than I have ever been. And there are days where I absolutely feel like Superwoman. Like, I am on top of the world. Nothing can bother me. Nothing can get me down. And a lot of it has been contributed to just me having this channel and the confidence that I've received from you guys, and all that we have been able to accomplish together. So I wanted to thank you guys. This has been an amazing year. And I'm so, so grateful that I have got to spend all of these minutes and hours with you. Because it is you that makes this channel so great. And a little bit of me. I love you guys. And I will see you next year. Bye, guys.